The violent events at the Capitol highlighted an issue that has only been growing in recent years, according to Helen Lieb-Weig.
I think we are at a very important, crucial tipping point.
As president of the Reboot Foundation, Weig studies fake news and critical thinking. Part of the problem, she says, is social media.
Their algorithm is such that you do have very much tunnel vision of what's going on and little ability to actually take a step back and say, is this logical? Is this actually a fact? Or is this an opinion? Let alone, is this even fake? Is this even an outright lie?
And social media isn't the only issue. Recently, Cumulus Media, which has some of the most popular talk radio shows in the country, told its hosts to stop falsely claiming the election was stolen or stop coming to work.
I think it's a good move.
Megan Duncan, a Virginia Tech media expert, says it's hard to disentangle how much false election claims can be attributed to these shows. But it's clear, she says, that some had a role in spreading them to a wider audience and making them credible.
When those things get repeated and repeated, people tend to believe them, especially when they're from newscasters or talk show hosts or anyone that you can develop a personal relationship with.
She says it's also hard sometimes for viewers to tell the difference between opinion shows and traditional news, as the lines have become more blurred.
This is the age of journalism as a brand.
Duncan says there is a place for both traditional reporting and opinion shows, but there needs to be some changes.
We want to be able to inform our audiences of the very basic facts. We also understand that audiences don't have all day to analyze news, to verify information, and that sometimes they look to opinion leaders for heuristics about how to make decisions, about what policy is best. I think where we run into the biggest problems are when we have opinion shows that don't foment debate. If we start with experts, people who know the facts, people who can describe what's happening in a broader sense and less episode by episode and more thematically, that helps people ground to what's at stake and what are the viable options.
Weig says there are also things we can all be doing to be better informed.
It's very easy for us to do selective thinking because it's comfortable, it's psychologically more reassuring. But what's really missing and what's important is to actually think about your own thinking, identify your own cognitive biases, and look at different opposing views, which it seems like we're doing less and less as a general population.
She says her studies also show the more you educate yourself on identifying misinformation, the better you become at spotting it. You can learn more about some of the ways to do that in this story on WTKR.com. Erica Greenway, News 3.